this is AJ Style Excel and welcome to another lovely tutorial. Today we're learning how to make a smoky gown, and you can look at the picture. This is a smoky gown, but this is a smoky gown with an off shoulder. But this time we'll not be making it with an off shoulder, I'll be doing an alter neck. So what if you don't know what an alter neck is? Don't worry, you're in the right place. You're gonna learn how to make an alter neck here with me, and then we'll cut in fabric and then we'll sew as well. So for those that are new to the channel, welcome. Please kindly click on the subscribe button so that you get notification on any video tutorial we drop, because this gown, I'm not going to end like this. I'll be adding, I don't know yet, but I might add a spiral flounce added down here, this part down here. So if I do, I'll make a tutorial on that, on how to make a spiral flounce, so at least you get to. Please subscribe so that you can get notified when I do that, in case I'm adding a spiral flounce, but I'm thinking of adding it. But well, to make a smoky gown like this, just join me as we get started. So now, first of all, we for smoking gown, we need to add extra allowance. The reason why we're adding that allowance, because the smoking thread will shrink the fabric. So if you use your exact measurement, then there might be issues. It will not fit in. So you have to add an extra allowance so that after the shrinkage, it will still fit in. So first of all, that allowance we're taking out. You could do 3 inches or 4 inches, but I want to do 4 inches. You just mark 4 inches from the. So now just rule it. Use our ruler to join it. Good. So it's from here now. We'll have our starting point. Instead of here, this is where we're starting with our measurement. So now we start with our measurements. So we start from the top, and then we take our shoulder to bust. The shoulder to bust here is 10.5. Then shoulder to nipple, which is 13.5. Shoulder to waist, 16. Then shoulder to hip, 26. So we're taking the horizontal measurements now. So for the bust line, the bust is 38. 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. So we just take 9.5 here as the bust line. Then we take the under bust line. The under bust is 33.5 divided by 4 is 8.37. If you don't know how to use your tape rule, you could check the tutorial I dropped on how to read the tape rule. Then the waist is 35 divided by 4, 8.75. I have a tutorial on that. Then we'll go to the hip. The hip is 45, sorry, divided by 4 is 11.25. So this is it. So these points now we'll connect them. So the bust to under bust, so waist, and then the waist to the hip. And then we also didn't take the gown, the length of the gown. The length of the gown is shoulder to knee, and the shoulder to knee is 42. But this pattern paper is stopping at 40, so we'll just work with 40 first. We're stopping at 40, so work with 40. But when cutting on fabric, we add the extra allowance. So on this end, we just take the hip measurement. The hip measurement we got earlier on was 11.25. So we take 11.25 here. Then in a situation where you are not like that spiral design I said I want to do, if I'm really adding it, then I'll reduce from the hip, from the end. Instead of taking it straight, I'll come in by 2 inches, make it fitted so that that spiral design will show. But I'm just doing this basic pattern for those that are just making their dress plain. So by the time you gather it, let me show you the picture again. Sorry, you don't need to see my password. By the time you gather it, you will see it. This extra looks like flare. Is because after using the smoke the up part, this part now we didn't smoke it, so it flared out. That's it. But in a situation whereby I don't want it to be like this, I want to add something here, I'll give it a shape just like this. So then I'll take here in by 2 inches, then join it like this. So this is the way I'll smoke it. So just that is just basically what we want to do. Then we'll continue. Okay, so now we want to take our shoulder measurement. The shoulder measurement is 8 inches. So we'll mark it. Don't forget, this is our starting point. We mark the 8 inches mark, then we come down by 1 inch. All of this you should know. From the construction how to make basic bodies, this is a normal principle. So you could check the link in the description box also for this if you're not sure of how we got it. Then you take the armhole depth from this slant. The armhole depth is 8 inches. Then you extend the 8 inches line. It's on this line now. This is our armhole line now. On this line, then you join here now to the 8 inches mark. I hope you got what we did. We took shoulder measurements from here to here. Then we came down by 1 inch, connected it back to this point. Then from this point, we took our armhole depth, and then we extended the line. This, don't forget, this is our bust line. So that's just basically what we did. So this bust line, just take it up to meet the armhole line. So basically that. Then you construct your armhole. So this is our armhole curve. Then we said you take this one straight down. This is the bust line, so meaning that from here to here is the bust measurement. So then the next thing is to take the neckline. So for the neckline, we'll be doing either 3 inches or 2.5, depending on what you want. So I want to do 3 inches. Go 3 inches, then we'll come down by 2 inches. So we'll connect this. This is it, and then we form our neck curve. So this is it. Now this is a normal basic bodies. This is a normal basic gown, but in this situation now, don't forget to extend this to this part, so that you know that this part, this is part of it. So in case you are getting confused, you could fold this in. In case you're getting confused, you can fold this in so that you know that this is just an extra allowance we added because of the smoky we'll be doing in the dress. So you can just fold it in like this. So now this is our normal basic gown. We folded the extra in. So what you do next is you mark ½ inch here. Then you use a straight line to connect this ½ inch to this curve on the armhole. So then you just curve it in. The straight line is only a guide. You curve it in. So this is basically how to make your halter neck. So this is the halter neck. Or sometimes you could just from here go straight. You might not need to do all this. You might just from here go straight and then curve it inward. This can also serve as your halter neck. So whichever is better for you. But for me, I prefer doing this. But most times with maids, you see there's this kind of curved neck you see on the halter neck. So whichever you want, and doing like this, doing it like this, meaning you are adding band to the neck. So whichever way you want. So we'll cut it by this first, then maybe when I'll make my choice now, whichever I want. So you are cutting this for back and front because we're not adding zip. Is a smoky gown, so it stretches. By the time you're wearing it to open, you wear it and it will fit in back into your body. So just cut it out. are good to go. Then number two, sorry. We add our sewing allowance. We're supposed to add our sewing allowance because we're not going to sew on the exact measurement. So normal, just add your 1.5 inch, sorry, sewing allowance, or 2 inches. I want to do 2 inches just in case of anything at all. So you just mark it like this all round, 2 inches sewing allowance. So you do it to the end of the fabric. So this is it. You connect these points together with curved lines. So this is when we're cutting on. So after cutting, you see what it looks like. So this is it. This is the for those making an alter neck without smoky thread, with just your normal dress that is an alter neck. This is the pattern you need. But because we're adding using smoky thread to sew through it, then this is the pattern you need. So this is basically how to make an alter neck dress. Don't forget to cut this out. So this is basically how to make an alter neck dress. So this now we're placing it on fabric. I'll show you how to place it on fabric, how to cut, and then our time. So for those that want to know how I'm going to make the gown, well, I'll be dropping another tutorial. I'll be doing another tutorial on that. So as I said, click on the subscribe button so that you get notified when that tutorial drops in. We'll do another tutorial on how to sew. I will show you how to sew the alter neck, and not just sew the alter neck, but how to sew a smoky gown. A smoky gown. So that is the end product of this pattern, how to sew a smoky. So that's going to be the part 2 of this. So this is the cutting. We're going to be doing the sewing, how to sew it. So well, just stay tuned, and then thank you for watching, and don't forget to share the video with your friend, give it a thumbs up, and please comment, drop a comment. I'll respond. Thank you guys.